What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Owensboro Talks, Out the Loop with Swoop. We on show number 3. Getting a lot of positive reviews about the show and shit, man, so I'm excited to be back on this episode. Man, today we're going to talk about child support. And I know off top, man, it's a real touchy subject because there's a lot of women out there that are struggling and busting ass and working real hard to take care of their kid when their man is gone and their ex-man is gone, rather, and he's not paying nothing. He's out there, chilling, partying, sipping 40s, smoking blunts and shit and not giving a fuck about his child. And it goes vice versa, too. I mean, there's a select few of women that are out there doing the same thing where the man's at home. There's a lot of single fathers out there, too, so I give props to them as well. But I want to talk about the bad parts of child support, you know what I'm saying? I mean, there's a lot of good guys out there and shit, and there's a lot of guys that even I know that are out there in the streets and are thugging and banging and staying drunk and shit, but they pay their child support every fucking month. They make sure the payments are paid. They have their kids. They love their kids. You can't judge the book by its cover and shit, because you never know who's paying and who's not. Like I said, it could be the woman that ain't paying and shit. In Kentucky, man, think about it. In Kentucky, if you don't pay your child support, they're going to take your ass to jail. They're going to lock you up. Plus, they take away your driver's license. And okay, maybe you're out there. Maybe you got stacks of loot. Maybe you're selling dope. Maybe you got a legit job. Maybe you're legal. Maybe you're not. But if you ain't paying your support, they're going to toss you in jail. If you're not paying your support, you can't find a job, you're struggling, you're hurt, and they toss you in jail, they're going to toss you in jail and say you're neglecting your kid and shit, you know what I'm saying? You're neglecting her, you're not paying for the payments, your kid's out there starving and shit, but, if you have a past felony or you got a record or you got a bad name or something like that and you can't get a job, man, and they throw you in jail, how the fuck? What's that going to do? You locked up, you know what I'm saying? You hurt. You ain't making no money locked up, man. You paying to be locked up. In Kentucky, you pay like, I forget what it is, like $20-25 a day that you're locked up. You got to pay them. Now your kid is double struggling. I mean, because you're going to be in debt when you get out. So even if you get a job, you got to get a job to pay the courts back before you could give money to your kid. And plus, you as a person got to survive, you know what I'm saying? So it's like a double fucking whammy if they lock you up over some child support. I think the fucking government, our local government, and it may be like this in other states too, but these motherfuckers need to step up, and if you're not paying your child support, they need to give you an option. Maybe you could join a program or something, you know what I'm saying? Join a motherfucking program that puts you working, the state's got plenty of money, they're paying welfare and all this shit, you know what I'm saying? So why can't they put these guys to work doing something, giving them money to pay their child support instead of locking them up so these motherfuckers can't pay shit, you know what I'm saying? I just don't understand this shit. And plus, if you're paying child support, say your ex got babies with other dudes, and what if those dudes ain't paying and you're paying? So ultimately, you're paying for dudes' other kids as well, because I know your kid ain't getting that $400 a month all to himself. He ain't got them crackers he likes, and he ain't got the fucking shrimp top ramen he likes. Nah, all them motherfuckers got that shit, you know what I'm saying? Which is bad to say, because kids need to eat and shit, and if one guy's not taking care of him, man, somebody's got to take care of him. But goddamn, it shouldn't be you. It shouldn't be you. You know what I'm saying? You got your own fucking problems. The fucking average payment of child support is $5,100 annually, $430 a month. 85% of people paying child support are males right now. Females pay an average of $2,000 less than the males. So a male's paying $5,100 annually. The motherfucking female's paying $3,100 annually. 3 out of 4 providers are ordered by the court to pay. So that means there's 1 out of every 4 motherfuckers is doing it just because he knows he has to. And it's probably better that way, because if you fuck around in the courts, you're going to be paying that $430 a month. You might get away with, $200 a month if you just come up with an agreement with your lady if she don't fucking hate your guts already. Which that's probably the fucking case. 6 in 10 people actually pay their child support. The other 3 motherfuckers, they're going to jail, They ain't got the money or they just don't give a fuck, one of the two. 4.8 million people in the United States pay child support. And I'm not on here trying to bash people that that had to get child support, or people that's paying child support. I'm just saying, man, you got to pay your child support, man. I'm saying the courts need to step up. They need to figure out a new way, instead of taking a motherfucker to jail and taking away his license and taking away his means to make any money. If he had the opportunity to make money in this motherfucker, because the economy's so fucked up, you know what I'm saying? Can't make no fucking money anyways. So people, pay your child support. You know, take your kids. I know there's a lot of dudes out there that pay their child support and they got their kids 85% of the fucking time. You know, woman over there balling. Dude pays his child support. He pays the bitch $400, picks up the kid. Shit, that bitch ain't going out to buy no motherfucking baby food or no blankets or no tennis shoes. That bitch is fucking going to the casino. That bitch is going to Holiday World. That bitch is going to motherfucking Nashville to Opry Mills and buy some shit, you know what I'm saying? That bitch ain't buying nothing for that baby, man. She out there getting cigarettes and drink and going to the club and shit. So, you know, pay your child support, man. Whether you like it or not, you gotta pay it. Raise your babies right. If you can, get your babies, you know what I'm saying? Overall, work that shit out, man. Work it out between you and your ex, man. That's a child support. In other news, man, I got this other story I want to talk about, man. It's going down in St. Louis. There's a St. Louis company, man. The company is called Republic Service. Republic Services in St. Louis, Missouri, man. They're burning an underground fire right now. Underground landfill fire. Now, I mean, this shit is out of, you can't even see it. Residents had no clue they were burning it for a while, but you could smell it in the air, man. You could smell the fumes and all the shit in the air. Residents are, of course, they're concerned, man, with breathing. They're concerned about, are they going to end up with cancer in 20 fucking years? I mean, this is the type of shit that these companies do, man, right under our fucking noses. They don't give a fuck about us, you know what I'm saying? They'll do that shit, and then they'll quietly post on their websites or some shit like, oh yeah, we're doing this and that, like a motherfuckers actually checks these motherfuckers' websites and shit, you know what I'm saying? You gotta beware, man. You gotta stay in the loop, man. You gotta beware of what these motherfuckers are doing, man. The Republic Services, man, they claim that the fumes are non-toxic. They sent out these little flyers. They went around in the middle of the night and put them on people's doors that said that we're burning this fire, blah, blah, blah. Don't worry about it. It may smell a little bit, you know, but the fumes are non-toxic. You're going to be all right. But official reports disagree, man. I mean, these reports are saying there's dangerous levels of benzene and hydrogen sulfide in the air. And that, I don't know what the fuck that is, but it sounds like some killer shit to me. Google that shit, and I bet it's no good. Bet it's no good, man. The Missouri Department of Natural Resources told residents to limit their time outdoors because of the fucking smells. Now get this, the company ended up getting sued or some shit, and now they're offering to pay. They're offering to pay for residents to go stay in hotels during times of when the air's more polluted and when the smell's bad. So now they're kind of admitting it. Before, they caught themselves up in a motherfucking lie. I think that company should pay these motherfuckers fat sums, you know what I'm saying? Fat stacks of loot, man. Buy their houses out from them. Send them somewhere else to live. Send them away from that shit, man. And it's people in St. Louis, man, god damn, that's bad shit, man. I don't want to smell that shit. I don't want my kids smelling that shit, man. I don't even live in St. Louis. I don't want y'all smelling that shit. Man, the thing is, though, this fire where it's burning, there was thousands of tons of uranium. It was purified in the St. Louis area for the Manhattan Project. Everybody knows what the Manhattan Project is. If you don't know what that shit is, go fucking Google it, because that's a whole nother motherfucking program in itself. You know what I'm saying? But tons and tons and tons of this shit was purified there. And if you look it up, thousands of those workers fell dead to cancer because they weren't properly, you know, educated on what the fuck this shit was, what uranium is and shit. Now, all the waste from that project, because of course there's waste, man, millions of pounds of it, tons of it, football fields of waste, man, it was secretly dumped all around the St. Louis area in dumps all over St. Louis, man, not just in one dump, but all over that motherfucker. And where they're burning this fire is a spot where they secretly dump that fucking uranium waste. Now, if that fire and that uranium come to contact, shit, I'm no scientist. I don't know what the fuck it does. And I'm sure motherfuckers watching this ain't no motherfucking scientist, but I'm sure y'all motherfuckers is smart enough to know that it ain't gonna be nothing good. Ain't nothing good coming from that shit right there. All that shit being burned, all that shit dumped, 8 miles away is the fucking drinking water reservoir that serves 300,000 people in fucking St. Louis. Guarantee that shit is fucking somehow dripping into the water system through the fucking earth and shit, man. Tell me it's not. I know it is. You know it is. That shit is real, man. Look that shit up. People in St. Louis, man, speak out. Tell the government they gotta stop this shit. The government ain't doing shit for us. They ain't doing shit for you. They ain't doing shit for me, my neighbor, his neighbor. They ain't doing shit, man. But if they're gonna do something, they need to stop this shit. That's a lot of fucking people. I got homeboys in St. Louis. I got people in St. Louis, man. You know what I'm saying? I got family members in St. Louis. That shit's gotta stop. It has to. Contact the Missouri Department of Natural Resources. Learn the facts. Call the numbers. Call your local representatives. Call your state representative. Call your city officials. I don't give a fuck who you call. Call somebody. Call your fucking cousin in St. Louis and tell that motherfucker. Maybe he'll tell someone who will tell someone who will tell someone that'll give a fuck. But for now, man, I'm keeping you in the loop. Don't be caught out the loop. It's your homeboy Swoop, man. Owensborotalk.com. Check us out on Facebook. Until next time, homie. Peace.